This is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. 1 million ecstasy tablets. That is how many the Spanish police have seized in Ibiza after a record-breaking operation that has found also kilos of other drugs as well. The video footage you are watching is from Spanish police actually seizing these drugs, and you can see how many there is. To anybody that's going to Ibiza this year, sadly some of your party plans may be put to a halt, but that's probably not the truth. There's probably a lot more stockpiled, being as you've got £1 million importations for a tiny little island. The Guardia Civil, that is the Spanish police, carried out 8 searches in Ibiza and 2 in Malaga, and where they found the largest seizures ever in Spanish history of ecstasy tablets. They confirmed they found 700 kilograms of drugs, and they included 1 million ecstasy tablets, 212 kilos of ketamine, 73 kilos of MDMA, 23 kilos of pink cocaine, 20 kilos of cocaine, 10 kilos of hashish, and 6 kilos of marijuana. According to the police, they value it at over 25 million euros. Authorities reported in a statement that 9 individuals linked to the operation were also arrested, and one of them were responsible for smuggling synthetic drugs into the country. The police named the operation Operation Adriatic, and it took place on the 5th of September with 8 searches in Ibiza and across the island. The investigation began in April, and the authorities detected the existence of an organisation that they said are bringing in large amounts of drugs into Ibiza. So this primarily shows the demand for drugs on this island and how much revenue and money can be made illegally by importing it. So I look forward to hearing what the viewers have to say on that story, and staying in Spain because we have a lot of expats that are watching the channel, and I do like to keep updated with them as well for the stories that are here as well as stories that are abroad. And this next story is something that both countries have similarities with. It's laughing gas, it's nitrous oxide, which has become very popular across the world as well. In America, people are doing it, but in Britain, it's become very popular in the party scene. And from this video that I've got here, it shows that in Spain, they also have the same issue. 18 kilos of laughing gas was found in the province of Seville from a criminal organisation they believe are dedicated to the exportation of narcotics. The nitrous oxide, which is packaged in 864 bottles, was seized when it was being transported to the city of Seville aboard the truck. The person in charge of operating the truck was arrested, and they believed that he was distributing for a wider gang in the local area. The police said that they started the investigation after they discovered the existence of a criminal organisation in the south of Andalusia and was engaged in the international trafficking of narcotics. So this goes to show that these bottles of nitrous oxide are in such popular demand that even on a large scale they're now being imported around the world by criminal gangs that will make a profit from this. So I thought that was a really interesting story, and I look forward to hearing what the viewers have to say, and in some other news coming from Spain as well. National police officers in Spain have detained 2 men for transporting 35 modified pistols in a car. They also had magazines and ammunition camouflaged in a hidden compartment that was in the boot of the car. Their GPS, the police said their destination was a French town in Bordeaux, and this was where they was meant to be taking the guns to. 2 occupants have been arrested and detained in custody for further investigation. The police said in a statement the investigation started when they discovered a vehicle with a foreign licence plate that was travelling in a strange manner. This drew their attention, they said, and they believed that there was possible manipulation of the licence plate. The police began to follow the car, and it was occupied by 2 men, and the target car accelerated and then de-accelerated for no reason. They believed this was with the intention of trying to detect if they were being followed by the police. The police then made the decision to stop them because they believed that there was a danger to other road users, and they took the moment on the highway service area to identify the occupants and also verified the front licence plate had been deliberately changed. The agents inspected the interior of the vehicle, and in the boot it drew their attention to the fact that the GPS device of the mobile phone on the dashboard indicated that they were going to Bordeaux, and there was no other type of luggage in the vehicle. A deeper search found the existence of a hidden compartment inside the trunk, and this was police jargon, they said, for a cave. So you can only imagine what these guns could possibly have been used for, or 35 of them being distributed across different areas could possibly be responsible for 35 murders. So this is lucky for many people, especially the people these guns may have been used on. And I really want to hear what viewers have to say on that story. And also the craziness of it as well, to think that they could move across the country with so many firearms, and how many times this has probably been done before. In this next story from the end of August, in a joint operation with Portuguese police, they dismantled a criminal organisation that was dedicated to introducing cocaine into Spain that was hidden among fruit, namely pineapples. The drugs were smuggled via commercial containers from South America through Portuguese ports and later into Spain. 211 kilos of cocaine was seized from this. The investigation began in May when investigators detected the arrival in the port of Portugal that came from Costa Rica, and it contained fruit that was imported from a company that was based in Barcelona. After several efforts, the agents confirmed the container had a hidden shipment of cocaine among the legal merchandise. For these reasons, they made a joint operation with Portuguese police and Spanish police to control the arrival of the container and transfer it by road to a point in Barcelona's free trade zone. Once there, the agents detected two people who in addition were carrying out counter-surveillance, approaching the loading dock and then unloading the illegal merchandise. And inside the container located were 589 rectangular packages of cocaine. The two men that had came to collect the drugs were arrested and remain in custody and will be in there under investigation for the foreseeable future. And the footage that was released by the police shows the moment that they unpackage it and find the drugs were falsely hidden underneath the pineapples. So to be fair, then pineapples are probably still quite good. So I look forward to hearing what the viewers have to say on that story. In this next story, this is quite fascinating to be honest, because the police have released a lot of video footage about the moment that they've dismantled this organised crime group that were smuggling cocaine from Colombia into Spain, and they used this technique of putting the cocaine into the cardboard boxes, but then they would need a laboratory to be able to extract the cocaine out of the cardboard later on, which is actually quite a clever idea, and it shows the levels that some of these narcos will go to be able to get past all of the new security that is in place. They said there were several branches of this organisation and they were bringing drugs into the port of Malaga using a fruit company as a cover. It was directed by the family of a former Colombian hitman, and he was in charge of the transformation of the narcotics in the laboratory when it arrived. The laboratory was hidden in a location on a rustic property in Toledo, and they said that they also had olive groves and livestock farms there. 28 people have been arrested in Toledo. 13 people in Madrid, 8 people in Malaga, 5 in Colombia, and 2 searches that were carried out in Madrid, Toledo and Malaga, and 47 kilos of cocaine, 20 kilos of cocaine base, 3,000 litres of liquid precursors, and 300 kilos of solids. 3 firearms, 20 vehicles, and more than €250,000 has been seized. And that is quite a phenomenal arrest and also recovery from this factory and laboratory that has been discovered, and also the technique that was being used, which would have made them a hell of a lot of money, because this setup is not cheap, as you can see as the police are going around it, and the amount that they discovered during this operation. So really appreciate you joining me today, and please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Follow on social media as well, on Telegram, Instagram, TikTok and Twitter for the latest updates and news that we can't always show on YouTube. And I really appreciate you joining me. I'll be back again shortly with some more news. Peace.